Hello everyone, welcome back to the Cancel Podcast. My name is Connor and I'm joined by my best friend Bradley today. How you doing, mate? You alright?
You're not going to say my second name this time?
I'm not, mate, I'm not.
I'm not too bad, mate. I'm not too bad, I'm doing well. I've been a bit demotivated recently. Not because of the fact that... See, everyone's demotivated because they're all depressed. I'm demotivated because I've been talking to my ex again.
Oh... Wow, that's very true.
Mate, literally, right? Everyone right now, they're either fucking cutting themselves or they're talking to their exes. It's like everyone's doing it.
Oh, man. You'll be cutting yourself soon when you're talking to her, mate, so... Anyway, hello. I'm decent as well. Thank you for asking, mate. I do appreciate it. So
I did ask, did I?
As we talk. No, you didn't ask. To be honest, mate, I'm
I don't care.
upset with that.
Go on, carry on.
As we're talking about demotivation, you're probably all wondering why we haven't uploaded for another 2 weeks. This time it isn't my fault. This time it's the big fat man on your screen.
Whoa! Whoa! Let's rewind. Right, let's
Actually, no. It's mine and your fault. Fair enough.
The first time it was your fault because we planned to record. You were just like, oh no, I'm playing fucking COD with fucking Ollie FK who has cancer. I'm like, all right, man. Oh, Brad, no, but he's not got long to live. If he gets the coronavirus because he's got fucking...
Make a wish, mate. Make a wish.
Because he's got... What?
He's make a wish to play COD with me.
You're his make a wish.
He's dead now. That's why I've been playing Minecraft again with you.
Poor Ollie. Just a bit of backstory. Ollie FK is a YouTuber who Connor used to be best friends with, like bestest of pals.
A YouTuber, to be honest with you, mate. But
well, he's a live streamer. He's a YouTube live streamer, isn't he? whenever Connor starts streaming again on YouTube, Ollie FK always just starts streaming again. Like, he won't be streaming for like 2 years, and then Connor will start streaming on YouTube, so Ollie will be like, yeah, I can get some views from Connor, so he just starts streaming again.
And even I don't get views anymore. I fucking 30 views a stream.
Right,
I don't know what his plan is of that. But, yeah, we are back. I think we're back on the grind now. Well, I hope so, anyway. Depends how...
I am, definitely. I mean,
you have to be, I don't, but...
Yeah, you don't have to be. You can just sit there and get your fucking disability benefits.
Exactly.
Connor's not got a job anymore.
I mean, let's not dive into that, because I'll end up cutting my wrists. But I am claiming benefits now, so we're all good.
Fucking hell. Mate, our lives... mine's fine, because I just do what I do, but yours is just gone...
Nothing's changed in your life. Like, the lockdown's happened, but you never leave your house anyway unless you're coming to see me, so... There's no difference in your life. I am stuck in a fucking Amazon parcel where I've got my fucking curtains covered by bed sheets.
Connor, right, through every single podcast, Connor's life was just going boom, 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 and then...
After last episode, it's just gone, fuck. But it hasn't stopped, it's just carried on going down. And now I've got 2 weeks left in this flat, and then...
And then you're back at your mum's.
So, no more podcasts then.
Mate, I can't wait for episode 6 when we're recording. Your mum comes in and tells you to fucking shut up and just batters you fucking 1 hour and 10 minutes
with
in.
Her toes. Big fucking muscly feet.
Connor's mum's got big feet. She's got big muscly feet.
She's
right,
nice.
Go on. Shut up about your sexy mum. Move on.
Yeah, so... I think we'll start the episode off by talking about our recent last night out, seeing as we're not allowed to leave the house anymore.
Wait, hold on. So essentially, this is what we thought, right? Because every episode we talk about like Big Rona and everything like that. Everyone knows what's going on now. It's fucking all over the news. It's everywhere. You all know what's going on. So obviously we'll touch on things later on in the podcast. But we've been starting off talking about the coronavirus every fucking podcast. Yeah. So what we're doing this podcast, we're going to be talking about. Basically, we've listened to the comments and we're taking every single aspect of every single episode, and like we're just going to be using the best parts of each episode in this podcast. So we're going to be telling stories. We're going to be talking about things that you actually want to hear. So that's what we're doing. We're going to start off obviously because people. I think it was like in the first 2 episodes we talked a lot about our nights out, fights we got into, shit like
love that.
People fucking ate that up for whatever because you're all.
For some reason, people just like laughing at our shit lives. Some athleticism is just fine.
I don't think it's that. I think it's because they're all geeks and they don't go on nights out.
You fucking virgins.
You fucking virgins. Right, go on, you start. So this is more to do with you, this one. Usually it's me who's the aggressor. I mean, we didn't get into a fight as such on our last night out. This is like in March.
It was just annoying, like, because this was our last night out together.
Was it after we felt? It was after we felt episode 4, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because then we went to my bar, and then I think it was really shit. So we went to a bar in Leeds called Dollhouse. Some of you probably have heard of it. So me and Brad had gone for a piss in the toilet, obviously.
Crossing streams.
Yeah, literally holding hands. And we were with a group of people that were outside, and we didn't know they were pissing in the fucking alleyway next to another bar.
Well, no. So what had happened is basically this guy. He was funny. You knew him or whatever. You know him. He's from like that side. He was a funny guy. He was telling me a few stories and that. But I had my North Face coat on this night, and he kept asking me if I was selling coke.
Yeah.
And mate, after like the 8th time of me telling him no, mate, I'm not selling any drugs. When he asked me again, I'm like, right, I'm gonna fucking. I wanted to break his nose, mate. I'm like, I'm not selling fucking sniff. Shut up.
I think. Oh, that was the podcast where I was fucking steaming on it.
Yeah, so this is after episode 4. If you watched episode 4, basically we got very drunk on the podcast. That's why we were just drinking brews on episode 5 while we're drinking water on episode 6. And yeah, we got really pissed. So like, and then we went out afterwards. This is the night after that fucking episode. So obviously you can imagine we were both a bit arsehole by the end of that, and then we just went out and fucking drank
I
all
was fucking steaming before we even started the episode, mate. I'm sat on that fucking sofa and I'm like, whoa, fuck.
Yeah.
Fucked.
Exactly.
But yeah, anyway, so we were already fucked. I mean, I can see that you two were talking to each other, but I wasn't really paying any attention because I was...
He just kept asking me to sell him drugs, so I'm just like, mate, I've got fucking tissues and wet wipes in my pocket. I'm not selling drugs. Also, these fucking a bouncer literally staring at me because of the fact I'm wearing a big coat. If I was selling drugs, I'm not just gonna pull out a fucking bag of coke right now and go, yeah, go on, £80. You know what I mean? Like, what's not me? Daft good.
Anyway, yeah, so...
And it was him who was pissing, right? So... Moving on, Connor was in the toilet. Yeah. I came out and I was standing outside waiting for Connor around the corner. This guy was pissing at a bin around the corner. Wasn't even anywhere near me. Connor wasn't even outside.
I wasn't even. Yeah, I literally was. I was having a piss inside. So I've come outside, and then like I seen some other bouncers, like down the bottom of the alleyway, looking at these lot pissing in the alleyway. So I was like. So I didn't tell Brad, but obviously we saw it. So me and Brad kind of like tried to move away from them to pretend like we weren't with them. We didn't do any fucking favours because we tried
to be fair, we weren't with them. It was just me and you out. We were with... and
then they joined... they joined in, yeah.
We were with some of your staff as well. And it was just us, and they sort of were just a separate entity. Like, they weren't actually with us anyway.
Oh, yeah, obviously, yeah.
You know what I mean? But like I say, so this big Viking looking bouncer is walking up the path. So there's like a narrow like ginnel. This is where he's walking up from like the main road where we were going, where all the other bars were. And he's walking up this path. And obviously we're like literally meters and meters away from these like who are pissing around the bins. And then he walks past them, doesn't say anything to them, but clocks them pissing behind a bin, and also clocks us and sees that we're away from these fucking retards who are just pissing there in front of a bouncer. So he knows that. He walks off. We don't think anything of it. I mean, you might have thought, oh, they're not getting let in, but we didn't think anything of it when it came to us because we weren't doing anything wrong. That was play.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's when I went into Jake's bar with that girl.
Yeah.
And I'm at the bar and I got a drink and everything, and I was like, where the fuck is Brad? I thought you'd just gone for a piss or something like that. That's what I was thinking. And then I get a text message from you and you're like, they're not letting us in. I'm like, well,
yeah, so stupidly.
I was like, well, what?
This is the thing. One
of my best mates, so like.
So these lot who were pissing at a bin, just an FYI, obviously, bouncers aren't obviously very happy about when people do that. So these lot who were pissing at the bin, they started chatting to me as I was walking past them, and I'm not a rude cunt. I was talking to them in the bar before, so I was talking to them. I was talking to them as I was crossing the road, but the bouncers had seen that I wasn't pissed, so I thought, well, it's not going to be. I'm just talking to people, you know what I mean? So then I start walking into this bar, and I sort of know the bouncer as well on the door through you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why I was so confused. I was like...
shake his fucking hand every time I walk in there. So I'm walking in there. They're also sort of behind me, but not with me. And this bouncer just stops all of us. And he was chill about it, but he just said, I can't let you in. They've radioed over. They said you were messing about or whatever behind the bins. So I can't let any of you in. So I'm just like, no, mate. He was having a piss there behind the bin. I've known him for about 25 minutes. Can I come in? Connor's in there. You've seen Connor going down with Connor. He's like, mate, I can't. I'm sorry. They've radioed. We're all the same company. We can't let you in. When one radios, mate, you can't come in. So I'm like, okay, what? So I was just like, mate, that's a fucking piss take. Pardon the pun. That's a fucking piss take. I fucking wasn't the one pissing. You know what I mean?
I was fucking raging, mate.
So I text you, and obviously you were really shocked because you were pally with this bouncer as well. So you came out.
I know.
Did you just leave your drink?
Well, I told the girl I was with, I was like, they're not letting him in. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, I got the message here. So we're not being let in, mate. What the fuck? So I ran upstairs. And I was like, what the fuck's going on here? I was like, why is he? He's literally sober. Like, what's going on? And he was like, oh, apparently you're pissing in the alleyway. I'm like, well, that fucking didn't happen. I mean, I was pissed. So I was a little bit rowdy. But I was like, yeah, that didn't fucking happen. Because we literally had a piss in Dollhouse. So you can go ask the Dollhouse bouncers. We were having a piss in there. So
but the thing is as well, you say you were pissed, you were rowdy, but we were literally being told we'd done something that we hadn't done.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to be fair, I wasn't even that pissed. Like, I mean, I was, but like, I wasn't.
We had sobered up a bit by the time we went out because we were only drinking like light bevies. We weren't fucking having quadruple vodkas like we were in the house, you know what I mean?
I know, yeah. So then I ran over to the other bouncer who had radioed to the one that didn't let us in.
Yeah, we walked over to him.
What the fuck are you doing? I was like, me and him have done nothing wrong. I was like, I don't, and obviously them not followed me as I went over.
So this bouncer is the one who clocked them pissing, clocked us not near them, didn't say anything, but then silently like a fucking bitch radioed into all the other bouncers when he went back with all his mates and was just like, don't let anyone
I think what fucked us for that was when I went back over to him and I was asking him what the fuck was going on. And he was like, well, do you know them? And then he was obviously stood with me, and I was like, yeah, but we weren't out with them and we weren't pissing. But he was like, well, you're all in the same group. I was like, you're a cunt. And then he was like, well, now you're not going to get in anywhere.
No, but you're explaining it like, the thing is, it wasn't even like that. He was being a prick with you before you even said anything like that.
Yeah, I mean,
because you're very like sort of, obviously Connor, as you all know, manages his own bar and that, so he has done for but he's been in that industry for a while now. So obviously you're pally with fucking everyone. So you purposely don't. You're not like me. When I get pissed, I'll fucking say out to anyone. You sort of watch your tongue.
Viking, mate.
Yeah, I know. But you sort of watch your tongue and just sort of stay clear of trouble when it don't need to be trouble. Like you don't instigate things really, especially with fucking bouncers. You know what I mean?
Stupid to do that.
But literally, when you went up to him and he was like, "Yeah, mate, what's going on?" He was just like, "I don't care. You're not going in. You're all pissing. I don't care." And you're like, "Nah." You literally saw. He's like, "They're with you, so I don't fucking care." Like that, and he was being proper like. Yeah. He had a proper attitude with you. I'm just like who are you fucking talking to?
I know. You fucking old cunt, like what? So,
mate, he was 50. The thing is, I reckon me and you could have killed him. But there are also 17 other bouncers on that fucking road, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
that's why.
Touch me.
That's well, they probably would if we fucking died on this man.
I mean, we say that, but obviously from then we went to like a bar further down, which is like my local bar, which is like everyone I know goes in there. Like everyone knows me. Like, And I go up to the doorman, I'm like, "Yo, mate," he's like, "I can't let you in." I'm like, "You are actually having me on."
Was it a new doorman as well, though? Was it a guy you don't really know?
There was one doorman who I always speak to, and then there was another new doorman. And
and he was a big guy. He looked like what's he called?
Like a fucking mate.
He looked like Big Nasty.
So I don't know how, but did me and you manage to slip in? I think me and you managed to get inside.
Right, so there's a bit that happened before.
I just remember being outside and then being inside at the bar. I was like, what?
There's a bit that happened before. So obviously we were sort of just like, we were just saying to this guy, why can't we get let in? And this guy got even fucking ruder than the fucking big old Viking who radioed in originally, and he was just like, "You're not fucking coming in now. If I tell you you're not coming in, you're not coming in." And then you were just like, "Don't fucking speak to me like that." And he went. What did he say? Did he say break your nose or something?
I think this was after we'd already been in.
All right, okay.
I think we came back outside for some fucking reason.
So they were still getting Larry with us, especially this big fat guy who's getting very, very loud with us. But then something happened at the back of the bar, so then the bouncers just went in, so we were just like, right, okay. So we just went in the bar because you know the bar manager in there or whatever. So we went in there, we were just talking to him. And we were just like, Can you get us in? And I think he said the bouncers are like a different company.
They are.
So if they've all radioed in, pretty much it's a no-go for these specific bars. So basically, we were just like, right, fuck it. I mean, we were in by that point. The bouncers had gone over there, sorted out this fight, and I went back out to the door. They didn't clock us. They don't fucking. I don't know why. Because this guy's got too much flab over his eyes, mate. Didn't even fucking see.
He was a cunt, mate. He was a cunt. Yeah.
One of them where they're so fat, they got such a fat meatball head that the fucking flab is like me, but I've not really got it. I've just got Chinese eyes anyway. But he's just got eyes like that because he's so fucking fat. So much fatness around his fucking face. So he didn't clock us. So they went outside, but we just thought, right, fuck it, we'll just go out anyway. We're not. If they're not letting us in, we're not.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I didn't want to buy a drink and then them fucking notice us and have to.
Yeah, exactly. So we left.
And I think I tried to go back in.
No. We left. We left and we just walked past them.
I think I was like, cheers, mate.
Right, shit. And this big fucking meaty man was just like, how the fuck did you get in there? I was just like, because you're fucking blind, mate. Right, see in a bit. And he like, his ego was hurt then. So he was getting all yappy, and that's when something happened between you and him.
Yeah. Well, I think I tried to walk. So I don't know. I think I tried to go back in for some reason, and he put his arm out. I was like, "You fucking dare!" And I went, "You will not."
Oh yeah, that was it. He put his arm out and sort of just fucking pushed you a little bit.
But he didn't even move me, mate. I was like, "Don't you fucking dare touch me! I'll get you fucking sacked, mate." I was like, "You touch me, your job's gone." And he was like, he started taking his watch off, and I was like, "Oh, what are you gonna do? You gonna fucking touch me? Yeah? Is that what you're gonna do?" I was like, "Put your fucking watch back on, mate." And then he just went, put his watch back on, and then stops. I was like, "You fucking bitch."
Mate, he was there taking his watch off, so I'm taking my gloves out. I'm like, right, come on then.
I was like, you mate, your job's gone.
Mate, I was fucking so ready for it. The guy was fucking 3 times the size as both of us put together. I was fucking fuming.
All my alcohol had weared off because I was the adrenaline hit because I was just so pissed off at everyone on the street. And then I was just laughing at him. And I went down to Revs and we went in Revs. I was chilling, mate.
No. We went in. We went across. Was it Cuckoo?
No. Oh shit! Yeah, we went.
So basically, what we did then, we went across the road.
The thing is, right on that street, Neon Cactus, Aporto, Jake's Bar, and that Power Corruption and Lies, they're one company, and then Calling Social Cuckoo are a different company. So them 2 bouncers and them 4 groups of bouncers are different. Obviously, because Calling Social's right next door, that's why he didn't let him in. But obviously, went to Cuckoo. And it had nothing to do with them.
So yeah, exactly. So this bouncer shook our hands. He's just like,
and to be fair, the bouncer that was at Cuckoo is the operations manager for that company who used to work for me. So he'll do anything for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he just let me straight in.
So we shook his hand. We told him, we're just like, yeah, and he's just like, oh, Fuck them, the fucking cunts. And then we sort of look back as we're going into this bar, and they look fuming. They look fuming that he had let us in. And it's just like, shut up, you fucking... But then I think maybe Big Nasty must have fucking realised then that he had literally blocked us from going in, and we're us.
I know, yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe it would have fucking clicked in his big fucking chocolate buttered head.
I know.
But...
But yeah, that's that. I think we just carried on the night. I went to like Revs and back room or something like that. Anyway, so roll forward maybe 2 weeks or a week after this. I thought everything had finished. I didn't think it was going to carry on.
It was only a few days after because we were on lockdown like a week after that. It was literally like a few days after because you would text me and just be like, oh, mate, I'm fucking banned from that street.
Yeah, so I met up with a lad that worked for me. And we went down Call Lane, and then again they wouldn't let me in anywhere. So I went up to this same bouncer, this fucking Viking. I was like, "Are you actually trying to piss me off?" I was like, "What the fuck's going on here?" He was like, "Well, you kicked off the other day, so now you're banned for a few months." I was like, "Are you joking?" I was like, "Do you understand why I kicked off?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Right. So what is the point you're trying to make? You just trying? Is this like an ego thing? Do you think you can just ban me from everywhere? I will come in and I will come to these bars whenever I please." I was like, "You're not going to stop me from going to any bar I want to go in." I was like, "You can stop me today, right? Fair enough. The street's dead, but I will get into these bars." I was like, "You can't just fucking ban me from the street because I shouted at you because you wouldn't let me into a bar when I'd done nothing wrong." He was like, "Well, your attitude was awful." I went, "Yes, because you didn't let me in to a bar because I'd done nothing wrong."
Your attitude was awful. Who the fuck does he think he fucking is?
I was like, "You're not my fucking granddad, mate." Like, what?
You fucking steroid addicted granddad, man. Like, shut your fucking mouth, you'll get killed.
So it's just one of them. But I'm hoping once this lockdown's over, I'm still not banned because I just can't. Even though I kick off again, because it is annoying. Like, I can't be arsed. You know what I mean? It just drains me. I hate fucking drama. Like, I can't be fucking arsed with it. Like, it's not even the fact that I'm scared of him. Because what they're going to do, when they touch me, they're going to get sacked, so...
You're fucking terrified, mate.
I know, I'm just a fucking pussy. I'm just pretending...
I mean, see, you say that, and you're saying, they touched me and they're going to get sacked, but you, that night, you did not have that attitude of, like, you touch me, you'll lose your job. You had the attitude of, you touch me, I'm going to fucking spin your jaw, mate.
Yeah, I know,
you were fucking ready. You were fucking, I could tell you were ready for it, so I'm like, right, come on, then it's going to fucking kick off. We're kicking off a bouncers, let's go. You know what I mean? I'm like, we'll probably get killed. That's what
always happens, like, whenever something kicks off, it's always me kicking off with bouncers for some reason. And then, like, no,
not really.
No. I mean, as in, like, if someone starts on us, I'm normally the chill one about it.
Yeah.
But then if like some bullshit like that happens, it always seems to be with a bouncer. Do you know what I mean?
Well, do you remember when that night we might have spoke about this before? I don't know if we have, but that night where we were in Cuckoo, and you were doing a shift there. You were doing like a trial shift. It was before you got the job.
Ragging that Asian around like a little fucking ragdoll.
Yeah, so I was out in Leeds with my mate this night from Manchester. I wasn't out with Connor. Connor was working in a bar, and I didn't see Connor all night. But like 3:30 in the morning, half an hour before Connor was closing, I texted him.
I think it was about 2:30 you came in.
No, mate.
I finished at 3.
Are you sure? I think it was gone 3 because right, whatever. Well, anyway, I fucking texted Connor. I'm just like, do you want to come out with us after? He's like, yeah, sure. Come in here for a bed before I finish. So we were on the other side of town. We got an Uber over, and came in no problem. Should I to bouncer and that? But I was fucking
You were
steaming.
being a twat, mate. You were being a twat.
I know. I was fucking steaming. We had been in like fucking serving me like, well, I can't really drop her in it, but you know what I mean. She was serving me big fucking measures. Like I would get a double and coming out of a fucking quadruple. That's all I'm saying.
You just literally said you won't drop her in it, and then you just dropped her straight in it. You couldn't have dropped her more in it if you fucking tried. What the fuck?
I don't care. So I came out of there, mate, literally hopping on one leg, even though both legs were working. I was fucking arsehole, mate.
I haven't seen you that drunk in a while. You came in, you were like, hey! I was like,
when I get drunk, when I get like mega drunk, like off my face drunk, I'm not like any different on my feet. I'm not staggering. I just become an aggressive beast. So there was this Asian lad.
Little backstory. There was like a Bollywood party upstairs, so it's just full of fucking Asians, like smelly. They stank. No. Literally, right? They fucking stank, mate. It was grim. I was working up there, no windows, no aircon.
Welcome to the Cancelled Podcast.
Yeah. Hello.
Cancelled.
It's gone after this. Yeah, it fucking stank, mate. It was awful. Worst thing I've ever seen. And it's not even a stereotype, mate. Well, I mean, you can take it as
well, mate. If it
fucking stank, and that's just that.
If it stank, it stank. If it's fact, it's fact. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So I had to come downstairs because it was just awful. And then obviously you came in, and it was just this random fucking Asian lad just stood by himself, proper geeky, proper fucking.
He wasn't scrawny. He was small.
Do you know what I mean? He was just a small.
He was like 5'9", 5'10". He wasn't scrawny. They're scrawny. I have bigger arms than me, which isn't hard. Well, you know what I mean? He was. I don't know. He was just sort of like. I think he looked at me, and I just looked at him, and I thought, what's he looking at me for? And then my mind, literally, mate, my mind was like, you belong to me now, mate. So I came up to the bar. I had literally not been in the bar for like 5 seconds, and I went, Connor, look at this! I just fucking grabbed this guy, and went, way, just fucking swinging him about like, woo! And he's like, what the fuck?
I was just stood there. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Mate, I was literally spinning this guy about, and I'm like, get here, let's get some beers for me and my pal. Just like fucking throwing him about like a rag doll.
I think he thought it was funny at first, and then you started like putting him in headlock and shit. I was like, what the? Who? You don't even know this man. I was like, what are you doing, Brad?
Why was I doing that? Why was I even doing that? Did he say something to me?
No.
Did he say something to me?
I think he was like, all right, get off me now. And you were like, no. Come here. Fucking doing his head.
Yeah, that was it. Because he must have said something like, right, come on, man, I've had enough. I was just like, I think I went, who the fuck are you talking to? Just looking at him. It's not funny. It's not. I'm nothing like that when I'm not pissed. But when I'm like fucking, and I'm never that drunk. But when I'm fucking bad, ooh, like you don't say.
Wrecking ball, mate. It's fucking stupid. I'm just like, fuck's sake. So then the fucking bouncer came over, and he was like, just chill out, boys. Yeah, I know you're having a laugh, but come on, it's a fucking bar. You're adults. So you were like, yeah, no worries, mate, no worries. This guy must have walked about 5 meters away. She's fucking. You're like, come here.
Fucking headlock. I started doing backflips with him over my shoulder. and then all of a sudden these big fucking hands just come on my shoulder. I'm like, whoa, mate, I almost turned around and did it to him. I thought,
on my shoulder, come here, you cunt. It's just this big fucking beastie bouncer. So then, it just went downhill from there, mate. So
this bouncer pushes me out, and he's like pushing me by my back, and I sort of just stood still. I'm like, whoa, and he couldn't move me. I'm like, don't push me, I'll walk. He's like, fucking walk then. I'm like, all right. So I walked out, and then I walked out. And my mate was still in the bar with you, and you were still in there. I don't think you would really clock what had happened.
I did. But I was like, I don't work here, so I'm not getting involved. But then I could see so I could hear shouting coming from outside. I was like, right, I'm off outside. And that's when one of the other
because because I was just stood outside. I'm just like, right, can I get back in now? And they're just like, no, you're a dickhead. I'm like, don't call me a dickhead, mate. Don't fucking. What do you mean I'm a dickhead? They're just like. You're literally being a dickhead. You're a fucking fat cunt. You're a knobhead. They said something along the line. I'm like, who the fuck are you talking to? You fucking Easter egg.
That's
when being a bouncer a bit of a shouting match then.
Yeah, I heard that, and then obviously them two bouncers have also worked for me in the past, and also the operations manager, the same guy from the other night, he was there. So like he made the bouncers apologise to me because they were disrespecting me because obviously they were talking about you and that.
So you came out, you're just like, what the fuck is going on?
And all I heard was, I knew we shouldn't have let him in, he's a fucking prick. I was like, you're a cunt, mate. I was like, who the fuck are you talking about? I was like, he was having a laugh, and you fucking, again, using your fucking huge ego to fucking get someone out of a bar because you don't like him. It's like, what are you doing? Like, knobhead.
To
and
be
then
fair,
obviously you were like, I'm fucking. You started recording him. I was like, oh my
no,
god.
Right. We'll get into this in a minute because it escalated a bit. To be fair, sort of on retrospect, I was being a knobhead, but when I got outside, I wasn't saying shit. I was the fresh air at me, and I thought, all right, fair enough. But I think it was just like.
And
I
then
can I come back in or can I not?
Well.
And that's when they just started calling me. I'm like, don't speak to me like that. You don't know who you're speaking to. Don't fucking speak to me like that. And that's when it became a back and forth.
And then Josh got involved. And Josh, no who Josh is, but he's a big.
This isn't Jam the Lads.
So he started as well, and the bouncer called him a fat cunt as well. I was just stood there.
So Josh comes out, who's bigger than me, and then me and Josh are both fucking having it out with his bouncer.
And then all the bouncers from the street got involved, and I was like,
mate. I was surrounded by 8 bouncers. I'm like,
but I think they were all asking if I was alright. I'm like, because I think they thought.
They thought that me and Josh were like levering you or something.
Yeah. So all the bouncers were like around me. I was like, I'm fucking fine, mate. I was like, they're not doing anything wrong. And everyone was like, oh, I don't care. And I just went back to the fucking bars. I was like, oh, fucking sound. And then you got your fucking phone out and started recording him. And that's what set him off, mate. He was pissed. He was really annoyed.
Yeah, so the thing is, right, he'd said all that. And he's just like, you'll do fucking nothing about it. So my instant sort of thing was then, and I'm not this sort of person. I'm not the person who goes out and records.
No, that was the first time you ever done
mate,
that.
And I've never you've never seen me post anything like that. I get into arguments all the time with people. I don't fucking record them and share them. You know what I mean? But he was like bringing his ego out on me, and he's like, you're not getting back in, and there's fucking nothing you can do about it because you fucking can't do anything. So just fuck off. I'm like, all right then, I'll get my ego out on you. I went, say hello to 30,000 people, you dickhead. Say hello, go on. And he's just like, fucking, mate, he was pissed that I was doing that.
He was annoyed. And then, I don't know what happened, but you were like, right, I'm fucking phoning Wayne. And you were on the phone of Wayne, and Josh was on the phone of the fucking police. I went over to him, I was like, who are you on the phone to? He's like, he showed me his phone, 911. I'm like, Josh, what the fuck?
999. 999.
Oh, whatever it was. Yeah, same fucking thing.
Yeah, fucking mate.
He's like, no, fuck, they fucking pushed me. I'm like, Josh, put the fucking phone down.
Because this guy turned around to me, and he was basically saying, because he was basically saying, you don't know who I know, mate. You fucking record me, put that anywhere, and I'll fucking have you dead. And I'll fucking have you killed. I'm like, you'll have me killed. You'll have me killed. You'll have me killed. I'm like, say that one more time to me. One more time. He's like, I will have you killed. I'm like, cheers. Got my phone. Fucking rang up Wayne.
Hello, Wayne.
I'm just like, mate, call it about 45 minutes if the fucking traffic's okay, and we can reverse that. Say that to me. And I was serious as well. I'm like, say that to me again. Call it 45 minutes. We can reverse that. We can role reverse this. Yeah. Don't ever fucking tell me you can get me killed. I'm not the person to say that to. And I thought, mate, I stand by this today. Don't fucking tell me you can fucking get me fucking hurt or whatever the fuck you were saying. Cause, and as well, I wasn't even fucking recording. I had done it to piss him off. I wasn't.
No, you won't. No.
I wasn't gonna put it on my Instagram. I was just like, see these followers, right? Yeah, dickhead. But I was just trying to piss him off. I wasn't pressing fucking record. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think after all that happened, I think I was really pissed off with both of you as well. To be fair. I think I remember shouting at you both like little kids.
Yeah, no, well, you saw me on the phone to Wayne, and you were just like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, I was like shouting at you like a parent to the kids, and I was like, "What? Both of you need to fucking grow up." I was like, "Sort your fucking selves out." And then we just went out and got fucking steaming. I think we went to casino that night.
Yeah,
fucked. So dumb, mate. I was pissed as well though because I was working, but I was just doing shots all night, so I was fucking steaming.
So that guy who was one of the guy, not the guy who pushed me out, but obviously sometimes there's two bouncers on bars.
Small one.
The smaller one, the smaller guy. The following week when we were out in a different bar, he was on the door, and it's a bar where we always get into. and we were coming in, and he was just like, you're not getting in. Brad's not coming in. I'm just like, why? He's just like, because you're a fucking prick. It's done. It's done. You're not coming in. I'm like, oh, whatever. Fuck off then.
Yeah.
And then I think it was then a week after that we tried getting in again, and he was just like, have you got anything to say to me? I'm just like, yeah, fair enough. I apologise. I was fucking acting up. You're right. Whatever. Sound. And then we shook hands. And he was just like, yeah, sound. I was just like, right, sound. He's sound. Whatever. That's fine. And then that's when we spoke about this story before, but that's when it kicked off with that bald lad in that bar.
God.
Because he
That
was
was the
trying to get
same
on
night
at
as well. I was like, fuck, he just doesn't. We don't ever get a fucking break on this street.
Because he was trying to get on Annie.
But we were in the right, do you know what I mean? Realistically, we've done nothing wrong.
We were sort of winding him up though, because we were just like, why the fuck are you fucking trying to get on our sister? We were just sort of getting big with him for no reason, really.
And then we ended up, we're not going to tell his story because we've already told it, but we ended up with this same guy. Went to casino with him. Went to casino with his fucking boat man, and we touched up his mate. Like, we like you. Get with us, come on.
Yeah,
after
because
the ego had stopped.
Yeah. I mean, see, the thing is, what had happened there after the bar had closed, we came out. He was still in there, but he was in there, and he just started getting funny with us, and he was in the bar shouting shit at us. So I turned round.
Khan was working that night as well.
So I turned round and I went, fucking come out here and say that then, you bald little bastard. And that's when it escalated. But then this bouncer had seen that again, and he was just like, right, you're fucking never coming back in here now. Because obviously we had shook hands and that, we had fucking sorted it, and then I fucking started again. But it was just a coincidence. I'm not like, that's obviously made me out as a prick who just starts all the time. I don't. Yeah. It was just a coincidence that happened, and then 2 weeks later that fucking situation happened. You know what I mean?
Nothing's happened after that since. Well, no, nothing bad anyway. Do you know what I mean? But
well,
I think
a few things have happened. To be fair,
yeah. Come on.
Yeah. So someone's threatened to stab us in a casino,
we killed him, burned him on the moors. But
we literally put someone on the moors since then.
Anyway, talking of moors, let's talk about Wayne again. I think.
So a lot of people
love that. Yeah. So
a lot of people love the fact we're talking about Wayne. I've got a few stories about Wayne. So this one you know quite a bit about. It was when I was in. This is when I was a lot younger. Just a bit of a backstory to sort of tell you a bit about my relationship with my dad, because a lot of people are wondering about this. I used to so my mum and dad separated when I was younger. They were off and on for a bit when I was like quite young and that. My dad's like, he's not a looker, right? And obviously my mum was a good-looking woman when she was younger. You know what I mean?
Bit weird.
Fucking, you what? You what?
That's just like a bit weird.
No. Like, you know.
Oh yeah, she's fit. Yeah. Sorry.
And obviously my dad was just like the fucking big. Who had the
We're being transparent on this podcast. We're all about transparency. Let's just tell everyone my dad's a
my dad's 13 years older than my mum. He's fat. He's half bald. He's clapped. You know what I mean? But he's a bit of a fucking bad man, like I say. So, whatever. So obviously that was the situation with them two. So my mum got with him because she thought he was funny and that, had a kid with him. But then it sort of obviously didn't work out. They're two very different people. So
yeah.
And they're still fine now. They talk fucking sound. They're friends and that. Because they had a lot of funny moments. You know what I mean?
It's what you want, really. Do you know what I mean? If your parents are divorced. I mean, I know my mum and my dad. They don't really like each other, but like if we're in the presence, they'll always be sound as fuck. So
they don't even dislike each other. Whenever they hardly ever see each other, but whenever they do, they're always reminiscing about like old stories and that. So it's all calm now, but obviously through that point there was a lot of drama in that. And then when I was like 9 years old, I decided I didn't want to see my dad anymore, because being 20 coming on 21, my dad, what he does in that is fucking meant to me. You know what I mean? But at that age, around all of that, it was a bit mad.
I
you know what I mean?
Hell, man, I can't even imagine what it'd been like. Imagine Imagine knowing your fucking dad is this big time. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's
that would scare me, especially at 9 years old. 9 years old is young, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So like the people we had come into the house and everything, it was just not. And I was a very sensitive kid because my mum raised me like very like soft and sensitive. So I was like not mentally all there for all that. So I sort of stopped seeing him when I was 9, and that was it for me. I just didn't want to go back because I stayed at my dad's like 3 days a week up until that point, and then 3 days there, 4 days here. But I was just done with it. And then my mum and dad went through a court battle, but because I basically said, because it was my choice. My mum wanted me to see him, but I was just like, no, I don't want to. So because it was my choice, it just
that choice.
yeah.
At that age as well.
Yeah. Because at the time.
I didn't know that.
But if you're competent enough to decide, like obviously a 9-year-old child can say, oh, I don't really want to see my dad, you know what I mean? And if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Yeah, and it was when I was 18. It was when I was 18, my 18th birthday, he got back in touch with me. My 18th birthday.
Yeah, I remember.
And I met him for the first time in fucking 9 years on my 18th birthday. So me and my dad have only really been speaking again for like almost 3 years now. So when I first popped off on my YouTube channel in like 2017, I actually hadn't spoken to my dad in years at that point. So
yeah.
So if anyone watched me when I was doing my BuzzFeed shit at that point, because it was July 2017 when I started speaking to him again. So at that point before then, I hadn't spoken to my dad or anything. So, but yeah, obviously back in touch with him now. It's a very I mean it's a weird one. I see my dad like a sort of like an old mate. You know what I mean? It's a weird one. He's not. Yeah, I mean, out of my choice, but he's not. My mum's brought me up now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like that's a fucking thing. But my dad's sound as fuck now. My dad's old. He's mellowed a lot.
Yeah, I love your dad, man. I think he's fucking ass.
Yeah, I know you do. So essentially, like when I was in year 3, I was like 7 years old or something. I was, like I said earlier, I was a very soft kid. I'm nothing like I am now. I changed a lot when I went through like my teenage years, but when I was younger, I was, mate, the nicest kid you'd ever meet. Nice, very polite, never swore or anything. Like I said, my mum.
Times have fucking changed, eh?
Literally, my mum raised me so well. To be fair, like she.
Yeah, no, your mum's a fucking top class one, mate.
Yeah. So obviously, I was this really nice kid, and what had happened in year 3, I had said, so, Corey. Who works at Finger. This guy in year 6, this black lad, had like kicked a football at Corey's head, right? My mate.
I don't think I've heard this story.
Yeah, so you've not heard all of it. So basically, when we were sort of leaving the sort of playground to go back in, 20 minutes after this had happened, this guy was walking near us. And I said to Corey, I went, look, it's that stupid fatso. That was my go-to insult, mate. That was the worst thing I could say about someone at that point. That was the worst thing I'd ever say.
God, our times have changed as well.
And I said, look, it's that fucking fatso. That was it. And basically, there was like the yard supervisors, whatever they are, like the dinner ladies who would be on like the primary school playgrounds, whatever it was. And she had like, either someone had said to her something else, or she had just misheard what I'd said, or just fucking made it up. I don't know. And basically, what got back to this, like the head of like the deputy head teacher, she was called. She was a deputy head teacher. She was called Miss Gaunt, right? Yeah. She was a fucking.
Oh,
mate,
I do remember
she was
this
so
now,
strict.
Yeah.
She was so strict, this woman. I don't get that, me. I don't get why a primary school teacher should, like, on retrospect, if you're a primary school teacher, you shouldn't be strict. You're dealing with children, like little children. Like, and this woman, everyone was scared of her. Why would you want kids in your care to be scared of you? Like that. Yeah, mate, everyone was, and that points you out as an evil person if you thrive on the fact kids are scared of you. You know what I mean?
I think I'd love that, to be honest, but
yeah, well, whatever. But kids are scared of you. You're Freddy Krueger. You come into the dreams and fucking slice them up.
Thank you, mate.
So essentially, it got back to this woman, Miss Gaunt, that I had called this black lad a black bastard, right? When I was 7 years old, it got back that I had called him a black bastard.
That's
So,
nasty.
yeah, obviously I didn't say that, and it was very apparent. Like, every teacher knew I was such a nice kid. Maybe I got on the kids, maybe I got on the tits because of how nice I was. You know what I mean, or something like that.
They were just wanting to fucking punish you, but
maybe I can't get my head around it, but. They would have known I wouldn't have said anything like that as well, and I fucking didn't say that. I fucking did not say that, and I had no clue, right? I had no clue. Therefore, I said this. So it was like obviously my dad had me 3 days a week, and it was one of the days where my dad was picking me up from school. So my dad was picking me up from school, and and they called him in. They called him into like this little reception building, and it was just me, my dad, and Miss Gaunt. And fucking Miss Gaunt turned around to my dad, and she's just like, right, we've had a little bit of a problem with Bradley. They used to call me Bradley. We've had a little bit of a problem with Bradley. He's had a little run-in with another pupil, and he said some not so nice things. So I was like all nervous and that. So Miss Gaunt was just like, right, go on. So Wayne was like, well, what did he say? And then Miss Gaunt was like, right, go on, Brad, tell your dad what you said. And I looked at my dad. I was just like, well, I just called.
Oh shit! Hold on, mate. Pull my fucking headphones out. Sorry.
I was on a roll then.
Wondering why you stopped talking. Go on.
So she says, blah blah. What did you, tell your dad what you said? So I was just like, oh well, I called this lad a fatso. And that's what I thought she meant as well. So I was just like, so I said it. My dad sort of looked at me, and then he looked at her as if to say, what's the big fucking issue? You know what I mean? It was sort of that look as if to say, like, alright, that's not really...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why am I in here? I've got fucking coke to move around the country. You know what I
mean? Literally.
So, obviously, my dad was just sort of like, right, okay. And then Miss Gaunt was like, no, but Brad, that wasn't what you said, was it? And I went, yeah, it was. She's like, tell your dad what you actually said. And obviously, me being a soft little kid, and because I was so confused and just overwhelmed, I just burst out crying, mate. I was 7 years old, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, mate. Like...
I was in streams of tears. I'm just like, that is what I said. And obviously, my dad, being my dad, he could read me, so he knew, and obviously he knew how fucking soft I was as well. So he's just like, right, I know, that's all he said. Because I can tell when my son's lying, and I can tell he's not lying. So you tell me now what you think he said, and I'll tell you why you're wrong. And she just went, well, Wayne, we have reason to believe, and we have evidence, someone's heard it, that Brad called a black child a black bastard. And I started crying even more. I'm like, I never said that. Because I was scared of swearing. I was scared of even swearing. You know what I mean?
That's the thing, though. I can believe that, because even I know it's a bit random, but even if you look at your Minecraft videos when you first started making YouTube videos, you are the fucking softest cunt I've ever seen, mate. Like, so for you to call someone a black bastard,
YouTube corrupted me.
It fucking did, mate. It did.
Yeah.
For you to call. How would any parent believe that a 7-year-old child has called a black kid a black bastard? It doesn't make any sense.
I know some chavvy kids, you know what I
mean?
Now,
if you're from Bradford, it would make sense.
Yeah, but like, I was such a soft, like I say, everyone knew I was such a fucking soft kid. So obviously, I'm in streams of tears, and my dad was just like, he was fuming. He didn't say anything. He was just fuming at her because he knew, he fucking knew. So Miss Gaunt sort of got on my level and sort of like patronisingly just was like, don't lie, Brad, don't lie, right? Your name's they had a racist book, mate, and it went on like your school record, your permanent school record. She went, your name's not in the racist book because you said it. That's all it is. So and then my dad was still silent. I could tell he was fuming. And then she just turns around to my dad. She's just like, no, I suggest you maybe ground him or whatever, but obviously there needs to be some punishment for this level because that can't be tolerated. So that's when my dad sort of spoke. Then he's just like, if you ever, and I mean fucking ever, look at me in my fucking eyes and lie to me about what my fucking son has said again, I'll fucking knock your head off your shoulders, you stupid bitch. And then Miss Court were like, fucking shit. And he's like, I tell you what else, right? You know for a fact what sort of kid he's like. You know he'd never fucking say anything like that. So if his name don't get took out of that fucking book by tomorrow, right? You can ring his because that's when Miss Court was just like, oh well, I'll ring his mum about it if you're gonna be like that or something like that. He's like,
difference does it make? Like, what?
He's like, you can ring his mum. I don't give a fucking shit. This is my fucking son. And if his name don't go out of that fucking book by tomorrow, I'm setting his fucking school alight. I'm setting his fucking school on fire. Right? Something like that.
Believe he
and
said
then
that as well.
I swear to God, and then he just took me. He's like, right, come on, we're going to McDonald's. And we just went to fucking McDonald's.
Did you never get taken out of the book as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And mate, he was fuming. He ran my mum that night. He's just like, Shell, you need to get to that school tomorrow and fucking make sure they don't even say anything to him about that, because otherwise I'm gonna fucking kill someone. And then my mum went in, and my mum talked to like the head teacher. This wasn't the deputy, this was the head teacher. And the head teacher knew me a bit better, and she was just like, oh yeah, we can understand that Brad would never say anything like that, like blah blah.
Why are they saying that now though? After all of that had happened, do you know what I mean?
Literally,
teachers are such wankers, like, especially primary school teachers. I know in my primary school the head teacher was a fucking witch, mate. Like,
ours were lovely. Ours was
really?
She was a really nice woman, to be fair. Our deputy head was horrible, but our head teacher, because I used to do these like comedy acts in school, and that's probably what fucking catapulted me to this, to be fair. And I used to copy what Peter Kay did. You know Peter Kay?
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, obviously. Like, I used to copy his routines with my mates in school. We had like a school talent show. I used to do shit like that. My head teacher, mate, used to big me up so much. She's probably part of the reason why my mind sort of thought, right, I fucking love making people laugh.
Yeah.
So she was golden for me, but like, yeah, it was a deputy head. She was.
I think my high school teacher. Now I think about it, I'm gonna see if I can try and get a picture of him. He looks like Boris Johnson, mate. I mean, spitting image, and he was the most evil man ever. I swear, if anyone's watching this who went to school with me will know who I mean. The evilest man on the fucking planet. I remember he shouted at me once. I was in like year 10 and I cried in front of all my mates. Yeah, in year 10.
Because
I've never had someone scream at me like that. I got excluded because I recorded a fight. I put it on Facebook. And then he
that's not that bad. That's not something to get excluded for.
Oh yeah, I know, but like apparently because of the school uniform. Anyway, don't matter. And he screamed in my face, and I cried for about fucking 20 minutes, mate, as like a fucking 14-year-old boy. Oh my.
Yeah, but this is the thing.
I was like, leave me alone.
No, but this is the thing. As grown men, like, I mean, you know, your teachers used to say back then, like, you'll learn when you're older, blah blah. Like, no, I look back on that now, and I think if I was fucking me and you spoke to me like that. Like any of my male teachers, I'd take your fucking head off your fucking shoulders. Yeah. If another man got in my face how they used to get in your face and scream at you, mate, they'd fucking have a broken nose. I'd fucking batter them.
But obviously they wouldn't do that. Like, now
exactly, that's the difference.
It's like uni though. If you go to uni, it's completely different, mate. It's literally just like,
of course.
It's just, I don't know. Like, if you don't want to do the work, they don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Their job doesn't like make a difference if you fucking walk out. What are you gonna
and
do?
that's the thing. I understand with teachers, they have a responsibility because it is children. But like the ones that, and I get not every teacher is going to be compassionate. They're there to teach, and that's fair enough. But and especially primary school teachers. But when it comes to teachers in general, like if you're fucking screaming in a kid's face, like you're a fucking
cunt.
You're a fucking cunt. You're a fucking evil cunt. And that's the thing. That's the difference with a 14-year-old and a 21-year-old man. Like, you're not going to do it, you know what I mean?
I think with that being said, though, I think you have to have that sort of strict mentality, though. Especially when you're teaching kids and that. Because especially if every teacher was just a soft cunt, the school would be a fucking mess. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In that sort of respect. But, like, screaming in children's faces and fucking making out that they've been racist at 7 years old. What?
Oh yeah, that's
what?
Fucking mad,
That's
mate.
evil as fuck, mate.
See, my dad opened up a shop. This is weird. When I was about 8 or 9, so it was like maybe a year and a half after all this has happened. Maybe a bit further down the line actually. My dad had opened up a shop with his mate, and it was like an eBay shop. It was it was back then, so when things were just starting, and so basically like fucking this Miss God had fucking came into the shop, and my mum was there this day as well.
No way.
She came into the shop, and she had left my primary school at this point. She had gone to work at another school. And I was on the till. I was on the till at like 8 years old, serving people. You know?
Classic slave labour, really. Yeah,
yeah, literally.
Well,
And she came in, and my dad saw her and just walked out. He just walked out, and he went to Greg's. He just left, and my mum was there, just fucking chatting to her like everything's fine. But then I think she turned around to my mum. She's just like, "Oh, actually, you still got a bit of a grudge against me, Wayne." And Michelle was like, "Well, yeah, it is Wayne."
Yeah, I was like,
I mean, you did literally lie about me, you silly bitch. But
God, this fucking 7-year-old son of racist. Like, what?
I've got another story about Wayne. Now that's sort of just like that's more of a tame story compared to what I'm about to tell you. So
I know, yeah.
This sort of levels into how Wayne was with his kids, like, and it's how I hope I am in the future. Like, it literally, he like no one could do anything to his kids ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've got 2 half sisters, and they're both like 10 years older than me. So they're in their late 20s, early 30s now. This is on my dad's side, nothing to do with my mum. I don't really speak. Well, I don't speak to one at all, but I don't really speak to them much.
I can't even think of what they look like.
You've met one of them briefly. You've met her briefly when we were at Wayne's. But basically, I've got 2 half sisters.
Oh shit! Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
And one of them, she was out knocking about. She was like 16 at the time, I think, maybe 17, something like that. And this fucking, for whatever reason, this fucking like smackhead woman had fucking punched her in the face for some reason. My 16, 17-year-old sister, right? So she rang my dad or whatever, and she told him. Now this woman was like a major drug dealer's like lass. So basically, another major guy in Greater Manchester.
A huge fucking clash.
A huge, yeah. And he's told you this story as well, but I think you were off your head when he fucking told it.
Yeah.
But basically, this very like powerful sort of guy. My dad found out. And he was just like, right, who's the woman? And he found out who the woman was, and obviously he knew who she was. He knew who she was like linked to, and he was like, right, okay. And he just sort of sat and thought about it for a minute. And he had this like butch lesbian at the time painting his fence for some reason. I thought, mate, it's fucking the memories I have with my fucking dad are just fucking mental. It's all over the place. It's just like a fucking. It's like a fucking weird science fiction book. Like it's just random shit happening all the time.
Some of the stories I've heard, it's like that just didn't happen, but it literally
but it did.
It's so weird, like
fucking. So it's like a story at Madison Square Garden where he fucking got into the ring and fucking were fighting with bouncers, and he showed us a video on YouTube of it actually happening, like in the 80s or something.
Yeah,
but yeah, so basically, he had this like butch lesbian, fucking muscly lesbian, bald and that. Who he was friends with, painted his fence for whatever reason.
Image that is in my head. It's just a bald lesbian.
Just a bald butch lesbian, like 5'4", fucking bigger muscles, fucking arms like that, like fucking massive. So he turned around to her. He's just like, right, get in the car, right? What's going to happen? We're going to go there now, right? You are going to batter that lass because I can't touch her. She's a woman, but she's fucking punched my daughter. You're going to fucking batter her, right? And now if there's any men there at her house, and I'll batter them, right? So he got in. I don't know how much of the story I can actually tell without putting Wayne in a bit of shit, but I'm just gonna tell it, right? So,
I can bleep it out if it's bad.
Yeah, whatever. So he
he kills someone, stabs someone straight in the throat.
so he got in the car and he whipped round. It was like 10 minutes away. He whipped round. He pulled up. Now he goes straight to this front door where this woman lived, and he just puts his eyes through the letterbox, and he sees there's about 8 or 9 men. 8 or 9 men. He's just on his own with this lesbian. There's 8 or 9 men in this fucking house, right? The fucking built, he's like 6 foot men, all fucking built. Wayne's 5'6" on his own, right? And at this point, he would have been in his like early 50s, because Wayne's 61 now. He would have been like 50 or something. You know what I mean? So anyway, he just bangs on the door, and then this woman comes to the door. She's just like, Wayne, fuck off. I don't fucking care. Just fuck off. You'll get fucking chinned. He's like, all right then. And these lads are all in the hallway, just sort of looking at him as if to say, "Fucking off you go." So she shuts the door. So Wayne's just sort of stood there at the door. So he goes back to his car, right, and he gets 2 big gas canisters out of his boot. He gets 2 big gas canisters, brings them into the garden, and gets a samurai sword out of his car, right? He gets a fucking samurai sword out of his fucking car that he had for decoration, mate, that he had as furniture.
Yeah,
right?
I've seen this. It's been about this close to my fucking face as well, so I know exactly what samurai sword is all about.
This is a different samurai sword. Let me tell you the story. So basically, he bangs on the door again. So then these lads go through like the people and go, I thought we fucking told you, Wayne, to fuck off. He's like, come out and fucking fight me then, boys. Come out and fight me. So this door fucking flies open. These fucking like 4 or 5 of these lads just fucking come towards the door, and Wayne goes like that with a fucking gash. Whoa, right in their eyes, mate. Fucking sprays his gash just right in the fucking eyes. They're all fucking like that, brought to the floor. Then Wayne fucking pulls his sword out from behind him. He goes, fucking right, come on, you fucking hit my daughter. Mate, one of them got up, they fucking got the door, they slammed it shut, and Wayne just put his sword through the door, right? Wayne put his sword through the door, and Wayne were trying to kick the door down, trying to get to, but the sword were like stuck in the door, so Wayne tried to pull the sword out, and it snapped. So Wayne was just there with a sword handle, just 1/8 of a sword, and like the rest of it was in the door. So he's like, right, before the fucking police come, because obviously his sword was halfway in the door. He's like, let's fucking go. So they fucking left. Obviously, all these fucking men were down on the floor. They fucking sped off back to the house, and then Wayne got a text that night, and it was like the main guy. He was just like, he was just like, is it over, Wayne? Is it done? And he's like, yeah, it's sound. The guy was literally asking Wayne, is it done? Is the beef done? Is that it? And Wayne was like, yeah, sound.
Oh, that's fucking sick, mate. I love him, mate. I fucking love him. He's literally the fucking best. Oh dear, funny.
I think before we call this one a close, we won't do another like 1 hour and 45-minute episode. But there is obviously a little bit has gone on recently that obviously we'll touch on now that we're at the end of the episode. But obviously Boris Johnson has Rona. He fucking had it, I think, literally when we put the last episode out, but because we pre-recorded that by a couple of days. I'll
actually posted it.
Yeah, I'll try and get this one like done very, very quick. Because we don't want the topics out of date. And I mean, I don't really care today because we just saw stories, but because, like I say, I think this has already happened from last episode. But Boris Johnson has Rona.
I think he went into intensive care. And he's out of it now.
He's stable now. He's doing a lot better apparently. I was streaming, mate, the other night. Well, like last week to be fair, and a lot of people were just putting F's in my chat, and I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? This is like the night he went into intensive care or something, and then people were just like, Boris fucking died. Boris has died, and like, mate, literally 500 people in my chat were telling me Boris was dead. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck? He's dead.
Can you fucking imagine, mate? Oh my god,
mate. So I'm looking at Twitter. I'm like, you fucking stupid cunts. He fucking made me believe Boris Johnson was dead.
I believe.
No, I'm not a fucking Tory. Quite obviously. My wall isn't even painted. There's a sheet behind my wall. You know, it's polystyrene. I'm not a Tory, right? I do not. Apart from like the policies on like free speech and that, I do not lie in with like Tory policies.
But I think just for that, I think if we.
But the fact I've got to clarify this to say what I've got to say is what I'm going to go on to.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. But also, could you imagine the Labour Party running this country right now with what's going on? Could you imagine? The country would be dead. We would have no one left. Like, mate.
Yeah, I don't see that. See, that's the thing that I'm sort of thinking about. Like, I get that the Tories are fucking assholes, but like, and I know, like Labour are fucking, but Labour are fucking dumb as fuck as well. Like, I don't fall into either of the big ones, mate.
No,
really.
yeah.
Like, so I don't know, but the fact that I've got to like fucking say like, oh, I'm not a Tory for and like, because when you're wishing, like, there's literally a man in hospital who has one of the hardest jobs in the country right now. He just does.
No, it is the hardest. It literally
aside from the nurses and the doctors and that, being prime minister in this sort of circumstance must be fucking draining as fuck, mate.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
You've got the fate of people literally on your hands, right? You've got scientific fucking whatever. Your science advisors telling you all this different shit. Yeah, you've then got to relay it, and then people are fucking people want you dead because of the fact that you've said something like your advisors are telling you to say or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's all a bit mad. So I fucking tweeted at him when he first said he had Rona, and I said something like, "Get well soon, big boss man." And loads of people were like replying to me like, "What the fuck? Why are you supporting him?" It's like, it's a man who is like, he's a new father. He's just had like a newborn baby.
Oh no, his girlfriend's pregnant, and he's already got kids as well. So,
yeah, whatever.
He's not allowed to see them because he's fucking dying.
Exactly. It's a man who is a father, a son, whatever. He obviously means a lot to a lot of people. Politics aside, like, I'm wishing this man that he gets well soon. I don't care for his politics. I don't care about his politics. You know what I mean? And people are really. And I understand the argument of like, well, I shouldn't have to wish him a get well soon because he won't do the same for me.
That's not even an argument though. Like, that is literally not even come close to an argument. If you don't want to say get well soon, don't fucking say it. You don't need to say anything.
Don't say it, but don't be that person who fucking literally rips on other people for wishing a man a speedy recovery from a horrible illness.
Them people that are doing that are just doing it to try fit in with like other people. Not one
Twitter
person.
Likes, mate.
Literally.
Mate, if they weren't getting likes and retweets from fucking saying, "Oh, fuck Boris," it won't. I get that a lot of people have a lot of gripes with his policies. I get it. I understand that a lot of people have genuine sort of animosity towards him because of his policies. But as a father and a son, and like, what, like, it just lets your side down, in my opinion. It doesn't do much for your side that you would put all of that so far above and literally be happy that a man is in intensive care.
Yeah, it's
and this
ridiculous.
is just towards the people. Like I say, if you're not a fan of Boris and you're just keeping your mouth shut and you don't want to wish you a speedy recovery because you just don't really care, fair enough. But if you're that person who's literally giving people shit because of the fact that they're wishing a man a speedy recovery from a horrible illness that he's got, like, struggling with, you are a psychopath, mate. You are a psychopath, and you need to get your head out of your fucking ass. Cause it's not all about fucking you and what you fucking believe. Literally, mate, friends of ours have been liking tweets about it, and literally close friends of ours have been liking tweets about how fuck Boris. Like, fucking grow up, man. Grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. You know what I mean?
I think on that note, we're gonna finish off the podcast. Because I'm sweating my fucking bollocks off. I'm not going to lie to you, mate.
With these fucking lights on and no fan.
Hot.
Oh, fuck, I'm putting the fan on. Thank you for watching, everyone.
Yeah, thank you for watching. I'm sure we'll have a couple of clips up as well after this episode.
Leave a like. If you've watched all the way through, do us a favour. Oh, mate, that's fucking nice. Do us a favour, leave a like on the podcast episode.
Yeah.
I say this all the time, but we care so much about how this channel's doing. The last episode got good views really quick. That was fucking sick to see. And also the clips about Wayne, we're getting fucking loads of views as well. So we'll have more clips up, and we'll have everything up, and all being well, we'll have a podcast in 7 days, like this time, and not fucking 13 days or whatever it's been. So yeah, like I say, we do appreciate you watching. And if you've enjoyed this style of podcast where we've just told stories, we've got a lot more shit to say. You know what I mean?
I was just about to say, like, if you want to see more of these sort of podcasts, so we don't really have a topic and we just kind of go off and talk about random shit that we talk about,
and talk about things that have happened.
Literally comment it and tell if you want to see certain situations that we've probably been in. Let us know. The comments, we both read the comments.
Yeah, we read all the comments.
So
yeah, literally. That's probably all the future podcasts for a good while are going to be about as well.
Because there's nothing really to talk about. Do you know what I mean?
Nothing's happening in our lives, really. You know what I mean? And like Rhoda, everyone knows what's happening with that. It's all over the news. You know what I mean? So there's nothing more to speak on. Aside from like telling stories, and we both have a lot of fucking stories. We do,
Yeah,
like
I know,
together or just separate or whatever. Like
Yeah,
we've got a lot of
100%.
stories to tell. So yeah, like I say, if you have watched all the way through, leave a like, give us a comment, say whatever. We read all the comments, and yeah, anything else you want to add, mate?
No.
Bye bye.
I'm off to bed. Off to fucking bed, mate.
See you in a bit, mate.